Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Oh no, you can't hear goat. You can't hear goat, ladies and gentlemen. Let me fix it. I don't know why. I'm sorry. I'm trying. What's happening? I don't understand why it's not working. What if I did this, and then I did that? Bing, bong, boom. Go ahead, say something for me, Goat. What in the bubblegum fuck is going on here? I don't get it. It's all broken. And you don't have your camera on, so like I can't even see you. The stream, this is just a disaster. Your camera's not on. But I can't hear you either. So, well, I can hear you, but the stream can't. God damn it. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Hold on, let me. I doubt it. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me remove it, and I'll re-add it. How about that? Yeah, I mean it has to. Application audio. We're gonna add this skizzy. You know what I mean? And the properties. Hey, I think I got it. I think we got it. Hey, here we go. Say something.
Something.
Hey, bingo. We're good. All right, we can hear you.
All right.
Hello there.
Good.
You can hear me. Now I can do my dramatic introduction.
All right, yeah. Let's see it. What we got?
So, I was postponing my stream to be, or my camera to be a surprise to Dragon into the stream. I'm trying to adjust my vibes. Oh, there we go. Nope. Screen camera. Bam. We're now live.
Okay.
We'll see if you notice.
Well, let me see why you're not showing up on the screen anymore. See what happens? You see what happens when you don't let me set up 30 minutes before? You see why I need it?
Hey, nothing's changed in 2 weeks. I didn't think you would break it.
Damn it.
Trying to have one little surprise.
Okay, let me fix the damn stream and then I'll see if I can.
It's probably because you deleted Discord. Now you gotta re-add it.
Delete Discord.
I thought you said you deleted it from the.
Well, I deleted the audio source. I didn't change the camera and the capture. Okay. Okay, let's take a look here. I see the banner up in the top. That's pretty sick, dude.
Yeah.
I like it.
So that's the reversible banner. It's got the RUM flag on the other side.
Oh man.
And then notice what's on me.
Yeah, the t-shirt. When do I get one?
As soon as you buy one.
Soon as I buy, what the? I'm a co-founder. What do you mean? As soon as I buy one?
Yeah, well, RUM-Gaming didn't buy me one.
Where's my hat that I bought?
It's actually on the right there. Wait, is it still there? Yeah. Right there between the box and the cricket.
You hadn't made it yet? You hadn't got it done?
Nope, I gotta get there during hours. I also still need you to pay me, but, you know. But anyway, so there's some of the RUM-Gaming news. I got new shirts, got the banner, got a whole 3 pins.
Oh, that's cool.
How did I lose my
Oh man.
Only got 3 of those. I was trying to the whole like was it like get like free shipping or something if it's X amount of dollars.
Right.
So it's like I was like, all right, I get 3 pins. There we go. So we got me, the wife, and kid got a shirt, got the banner, and then got 3 pins.
Awesome. That's awesome.
We'll be showing that. Actually, I don't even know if I told you. I think I told you that we're not doing Sunfest anymore, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So Sunfest, we were going to be partnering up with somebody that they ended up changing it to somewhere else. And the person they sold their booth to was, not going to share with a stranger.
Yeah, of course.
But I did find out that they do nonprofit booths there. So next year, we're just going to have our own booth in the nonprofit section.
Oh, that's cool. That's good that they have like a whole section.
Well, so they have like a market where it's like everybody's side by side in rows for the standard stores and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is in a big park, by the way. Yeah, I was trying to make it where I'm not lit up like a Christmas light over here, but then it went too dark.
Yeah.
So, it's in a big park, and so on like one half of the park they have like carnival food trailers that come in where you get like everything fried on a stick.
Mm-hmm.
And they have like live music, and then getting closer towards like the road they have like pony rides and face paintings and stuff like that.
Right.
And then there's a big sidewalk that goes like all the way out to the parking lot, and along the sidewalk they have that's where the nonprofits are, like actually on the walking path. And then off in a separate section, like you have to go past the nonprofits, is where the market is, where everybody's side by side.
That's pretty cool.
And so it's like a separate little area, like on the main pathway, where you're not crowded and clustered with everybody. You're on your own little stand.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I have
that's only $50 for the whole weekend.
I have a what are they called? Portable gazebo. What are they fucking called? I've got one
Canopy.
now. Canopy. That's what it is. That's what I was looking for. I have a portable canopy now. I just need to get a new cover for it. But once I get my printer going, start doing stuff, or hell, maybe once I start mass producing dice, I can start taking them to some little craft shows and whatnot. I need to get.
Hopefully we
I
can
need
still
to
go to the steampunk show in November.
Well, what I want to do is I think I'm going to enlist someone to design a number font for us. That way I can have you print a master for me to use to make a mold, so that I can start printing, our own dice with like our own, like we don't have to worry about a copyrighted number font. We'll have our own font. It'll be good to go. Which is, that's it. Yeah, I wish I'd have been able to get it before you were trying to sell the resin printer, because the resin printer would have been perfect for making the masters, because there wouldn't have been like any kind of lines or anything like that.
But we can always just have somebody that has a resin printer make it for us.
Yeah.
In other news, though, we've still been mass printing with the bamboo behind me, because we are doing the craft show at the mall here in Bartlesville the weekend. Technically it's like the first weekend of June. Or no, I guess it's not. No, it's the 8th. So on the 8th, we'll be at the mall here in Bartlesville for a local craft show. So get to utilize that banner.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a little what do I call it? Plinko board.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have a Plinko board where you get to buy one of the rum coins that we make, drop it through the Plinko board, and win a prize at the bottom.
That's gonna be
So
exciting.
for your like $1 donation, you'll get a cool rum coin and then some kind of prize as well. Another was no show and tell, so I can finally open this drink.
Yeah.
Some of the new things we've been printing. So we got these 12-ounce can holder mugs.
Yeah, that black
It's
and
made out of
gold
this.
is just so good, man.
So black and gold, cool little holder for your 12-ounce cans.
Hey, that's a good size
Those
holder
are-
too, because for those of you who have never seen, Goat in person, he's got some massive fucking hands, and the fact that he can
mean,
fit
think
all
about
4
that.
fingers in there, that's pretty big,
Grabbing
dude.
the entire
Yeah.
12-ounce can.
Yeah, the fact that he
Yeah,
can fit
fucking
4
fit.
fingers in there that's a pretty good little holder. It's a nice handle. I like that.
This is kind of difficult to get out. You have to like pull the tab and then
Right.
pull it like once it's empty. But it does have the ventilator hole on the bottom. Like once it gets going, then it kind of slides right out.
Yeah.
Now I can finally open this and take it out.
Just been
Show
waiting.
the rest of the
Just,
stuff.
just been waiting to tip it upside down.
Patiently waiting. So, next show and tell. I can't remember what we showed 2 weeks ago, but we got little
Yeah, those are cool.
hamster guinea pig piggy banks.
That's pretty neat. I like that a lot.
Just a little slot. It's just a thick slot on the top, so you just have to dump it over and shake it. But, we got little greeny piggy banks. You got pop off on the bottom.
Hell yeah.
Good. Easter egg.
Oh yeah,
Heads.
the Easter Island.
Easter Island heads made out of the black and gold and black and red.
Oh man. You ought to
Look at
make
that.
some of those out of that tan or the matte black. Those could be cool decor.
Yeah. You got the book readers out there. You got the page holders. So like as you're reading the book, you put your thumb in there, and as you're holding the book, it holds the
Ooh.
pages open for you.
Shelby would like that.
And then we got one that has the moon and star or moon and sun on it. Just a different variant. Made out of that black and purple. We got a black and purple Darth Vader.
Veda.
Pincer holder or small planter, whatever you want to use it for. You probably will put your drink in it too. Right now it's a book page holder. We got the
Keyblade. Kingdom
from
Hearts.
Kingdom of Hearts.
Yeah, no, it's just Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, and these are like 10 inches.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty decent size too. Yeah,
Then we got the
Yeah.
collapsible katanas.
those are cool.
I got black and gold and black and purple. Has a little magnet cover. And you just
Hey, look at that. Neat. You ought to see if you can do some. You ought to see if you can do some lightsabers.
Yeah, there are some out there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The rest of the stuff. Oh, right. Two more things, and to brag about our buddy Keith here in a minute, hopefully. I got this one. It's a book storage container that literally prints on the book just like this.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that it's like,
Yeah.
see it right there. Yeah. So I drop it,
Springy.
and then it folds over into a storage container.
Does it stay
that
closed?
you can- not at the moment. Too springy. But you could slide it onto a bookshelf like that.
How do you make it like
Uh,
stay closed? You just gotta like stretch it a little bit, make it less springy.
Maybe. I don't know. I talked to Keith about it, our 3D printing buddy, to see if he can put like a little notch on the inside on both sides that will kind of click into place.
Yeah.
We'll see what he can come up with. That dude's. It's crazy to see what somebody that knows how to use 3D modeling software can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is, he's making a custom pop doll for somebody. And this dude threw it together on his phone. And it looked pretty, I mean, it looked like it was made out of, like, I modeled it with my hands out of clay. Like, it looked rough. But the fact that he, like, threw together, like, an entire, like, guy wearing a jacket, brass knuckles on his hand and everything, pop doll on his phone. I'm like, God dang it, dude. I can't even put a hole through something on the window properly.
Yeah.
You're whipping together entire pop dolls.
Forrest Gump says in the chat, magnets is a good way to solve the little
Well,
closing issue too. And yeah, that's
the
very,
problem is
very
just
valid.
where it is. There's not
Not a whole lot of real
magnet to
estate
go.
there. Yeah.
I mean, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I could just glue one in there. You know. Hopefully, he can come up with a notch system. The other thing that Keith is going to be fixing for me is this one. I don't think it might fit. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. So it's a book stand to like display a book front-wise to like display the cover.
Yeah.
The problem is that's about all that can fit in there is something like this comic strip book.
Yeah. Not much.
I didn't realize that when I printed it, like most novels are like 1.5 inches thick. Unless you're displaying a Goosebumps book, you're not really displaying shit on this thing.
Yeah.
So I sent him the file and asked him if he can expand it either A, like you see right there, the back here can be shaved off, or just expand the base.
Yeah.
Bigger. But he's supposedly working on that for us. That way we can both print them. But it's a cool thing about having a friend that knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
3D modeling.
Yeah, for sure.
Take something that, you know, is a good idea or a good model, you know, and just have them improve upon it. I've even talked to him about, like, you know, making, like if I come up with an idea, he's willing to make it for us and let RUM print it, but he'll own the rights to it, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of like how you buy a Patreon model, except I won't have to buy it.
Yeah.
Just design it, and then it'll be his, and then I'll just have the rights to print it and sell it.
Yeah, that's cool.
So some cool things to keep in mind is, you know, if anybody has any good ideas or anything, let me know.
Yeah, definitely something that would be, you know, desirable for other people. You know, like one-off items are difficult to pitch. But
yeah, well, the difference is it has to be something that he can sell too and make money.
Right.
Not some random one-off thing, you know, a model of your dog or something.
Right.
But yeah, it's cool though. I think that's. Oh wait, the big show and tell. I'm pretty sure we didn't show on this stream. I showed you. Big
Oh yeah.
Gengar.
Yeah, that thing is so cool.
Literally as big as my head. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Again, another idea of like the big thing you can make.
And just that black and purple. Black and purple is just so good.
Just looks pretty cool. And it's perfect though. It's like purple in the front, dark in the back. Kind of just like how he is. But yeah, fun things been making. Otherwise, just mass producing for the upcoming craft show at the mall. Hoping that we can actually make some decent money there. Help recover some of the couple $100 in filament that we've invested.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was really looking forward to that Sunfest because it's going to be a much bigger show than the mall is. But what you gonna do?
Yeah.
Wait till next year.
I mean, hey,
that steampunk show.
Might get lucky and there's not so many people doing 3D printing stuff.
Hopefully.
Doubtful, but again,
well,
it's
there's
possible.
a couple people in town that go to like there's like a geeky garage sale that the board game store hosts every year, sometimes twice a year.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And there's like 3 other people. And there's only like 12 vendors at this geeky garage sale thing, and like 5 of them are 3D printing.
Yeah.
One of them's Keith though, and he's like unintentionally like bullying the other 3D printing people out of the geeky garage sale.
Yeah. Well, it's like, man, when you were in,
they're hobbyists. You know?
Yeah, when you came into town and we went and walked around Trader's Village, like I was expecting there to be like way more 3D print stuff there, but there was like really only that one, booth like in the back parking lot that was 3D printing stuff, and it's like I might have to see what it takes to get like one of those little spots right there in that parking lot and set up a little booth, man.
The problem is the only cheap rates there is all the way in the back 40.
Yeah.
But might be worth it. But yeah, so there's a couple of the 3D people in town. One of them is almost like, I don't really understand. He seems limited for an unknown reason. He almost exclusively just makes the articulated slugs. And
Okay.
like, that's it. And it's like, okay, it's kind of weird, but sure.
All right. Yeah. Well, sure, not.
Whatever
It's
you
like
do,
I only
guess,
like
you know?
I only like
But-
snakes and sparklers.
I mean, I've seen things like that before. I don't even remember DreamHack. There was like a lady that was like only selling these like, I don't know, almost look like Hello Kitty in like a yellow raincoat or something. I don't know,
Oh yeah,
something-
yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
Some
Yeah.
anime thing. But
Yeah.
it was like that was all she had, an entire booth of just that, and it's like it wasn't even like that and like crazy, you know, it wasn't like Deadpool universe or something.
Yeah.
No, it was just the exact same thing, slightly different sizes, and like that was about it. I'm like,
Yeah.
man,
Well,
it's a hardcore dedication to one product.
Shelby and I went to like the Houston Arcade Expo, like I think last year at this point now, and it was like just this really small little convention. Like there was a Super Smash Bros. Tournament going on in the back. Like it was small, right? But there were a lot
Super
of
Smash Bros. A DreamHack.
yeah, but this was like like a big like 2 big screen TVs on a stage with like. It was freaky deaky as hell, dude. I'll be honest. But it was a good time, and there really weren't a whole lot of vendors, but there were a couple that really kind of stood out. And one of them, this guy, he didn't have like the elaborate setup with like a bunch of shelves. He just had a table with like a black tablecloth, and we like walked up to his table like as he was setting up, and so he's just like pulling out his stuff out the boxes, and all he has are like drink coasters made out of resin with Pokemon cards in them. And he's got them like all glittered up and stuff, and it's like we had to buy it. We bought like 2 of them, and it's like that's so cool. and
But I mean,
it's like now that I'm
different
making
if
dice, it's like oh my god, that's so easy. Like what? And he was selling them for like $15-20 a pop. It's like
Yeah.
man. But it was so cool. They were so well made.
And at least something like that, like you're only selling that, but it's something still diverse in a sense. You got multiple Pokemon cards. It could be different if you like only had Pikachu.
Yeah. But then again, like even that, if like it was only Pikachu cards, it's like there's so many different Pikachu cards. Like that's still really cool on its
well, I
own.
meant
It's
like the same one.
Well,
Like if you just
like
like
the- yeah.
printed them out on a printer.
yeah, it's just like the
them
same
in there.
Pokemon card, the same
Yeah.
Pikachu. Yeah.
But yeah, so there's a couple other 3D printed people in town. Keith's the only big one, but me and him kind of stay in connection with each other. So like, I'm pretty much exclusively printing things that he doesn't print,
Mm-hmm.
and vice versa. With the exception of crystal dragons, but even those, I'm printing them all in dual colors that he doesn't have, like the dual color filament. So like even my crystal dragons, he doesn't have anything like my crystal dragons.
Right.
But the other guys, there's like I said, there's one guy that like only does slugs, and then there's another guy that about the same level I am. Like he has a full table with an array of items.
Right.
He would be about my only competition. But like we've always said, and kind of like Keith looks at it, he's like the difference is like we might have the same shit, but we're non-profit supporting veterans. That's where we
Yeah.
stand above everybody else. Where it's like, yeah, it's the same shit, but ours is for a good cause.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully that's enough to drive our business over the other tables. But this art one should be cool.
Yeah,
be-
I'm really really excited for you. I'm really excited to see like the result of these. Like even like if it's a small show, even if it's like a mediocre turnout, like just to have a decent turnout and just to sell like something right will be a win
Especially
in
this
my
side,
book,
it's free,
man.
so I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like as long as we sell something, it's a win.
Yeah,
So
if we
it's,
just sell something.
I mean, granted, there's my whole volunteering time, but still.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully it works out and it'll be a nice taste. But that's why I was really hoping to go with Keith to the Sunfest, because then it would have been somebody that knows what they're doing, controlling the situation, and I'm just there with my little section of the table,
No.
learning.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause it's definitely nerve-wracking. But I definitely didn't want to go by myself this year because it's a 3-day event and they require you to be there the entire 3 days. And I'm like, dude, I can't do that by myself.
Yeah.
I got to be able to at least leave and go to the bathroom or something. Yeah, granted, the wife could bring me lunch or something, and I could try and take my bathroom breaks while she comes or something.
Yeah.
But then it was also that Garrett and his family's coming up here that Sunday, so it was fine when I was doing it with Keith because Keith has to stay there the whole time, but I don't. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna come Friday and Saturday and then not come Sunday. But yeah, just one, scheduling conflict. I wasn't going to be able to do it. 2, I'm the only person in Bartlesville that can go do it.
Yeah.
And then
Man, it would
3, I don't have any kind of outdoor equipment. I don't have the canopy or anything at the moment. I have a couple rinky-dink tables and that's it.
Yeah. It would be kind of cool if we could find another kind of smaller nonprofit in your area to just double team some of these events. We'll split a table,
Yeah.
go half on the cost, split the table. That'd be make things so much more manageable for us, us and whoever else kind of in our similar situation.
Well, even Sunfest, I do know a couple of the crafting people in town, not necessarily 3D printing, but there's a friend of mine that does the tumblers, the custom tumblers.
Yeah.
And they're the same thing. She's a single person operation. It's just her making these things all by herself. So she doesn't have, hundreds of tumblers. And so it's kind of the same concept. She tries to attend the smaller ones because she's not going to have a lot of product, and then she's not going to have a lot to sell to overcome the vendor cost. It'd be cool to do something because the Sunfest normal cost is $100 for the whole thing, so it's still not a whole lot.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And I'm so if I split it with somebody, it would basically be the same cost for me, but help them out as well, and then I'd have somebody to tag team the booth with.
Right. Yeah.
So I thought about doing something like that. Yeah, ideally if I could find some other non-profit that fits with us or something somehow, but the odds of that seem
slim to none.
I have a better chance of finding some other crafting person, maybe at this craft show at the mall. I'll start hitting those people up hey, you want to pair up for Sunfest next year?
Yeah. I mean, start networking. That's always a good thing. Get to know people. Hell, you might make a friend, if anything.
Hell, maybe I could pair her with the slug guy.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Help bring more people to his table by having my product.
Maybe we could share some of our knowledge with him a little bit and help somebody else along the way. Pay it forward,
Yeah. Apparently that guy got mad at Keith. It was kind of funny.
What about
He came up to him at that geeky garage sale and was like, you're kind of bullying everybody out here, right? Well, nobody told you to only make slugs.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, right.
Nobody told you to only sell, what was it? You said it earlier, the snakes and...
Yeah, snakes and sparklers. Joe Dirt, dude. I only sell snakes and sparklers.
Yeah, they're my favorite.
They're the only kinds I like.
You mean to tell me?
You mean to tell me? You ain't got no screaming memes? The honky lighters, whistling kitty chasers?
With or without the...
With or without the scooter stick?
Oh, man. Anyway.
But what about you personally, man? What's been going on in your personal life, man? What's been going on with you personally? Just to fill y'all in, we haven't really talked in 2 weeks. I've been kind of AFK for a bit there. I missed 2 podcasts for a couple of different reasons. So appreciate Goat for filling in there. I did see that.
I didn't fill in.
Yeah, I could have
Or
sworn
I
you
think I
filled in
filled
one
in
of them.
last
You
week.
filled in last week, yeah.
Well, for me, last week a tornado came through.
Yeah, you were
That
telling
was
me
fun.
about that, man. That's rough. At least it could have been worse, you know. It definitely
For
could have
me,
been worse for you.
it
Yeah.
was worse for other people.
But yeah, for
The
other
entire
people,
town
yeah.
of Barnsdall's gone, pretty much.
Yeah, that's rough, man.
2 houses literally across the street lost half their roof. One of them really shitty. They were literally in the middle of selling it like under contract. And the house is fucked.
No, dude. What
Yeah,
a
like they have moved out and everything. House is under contract, like waiting the final paperwork.
damn,
Now half
dude.
the roof is gone.
Damn. I mean,
pretty
that
much
probably
every
sucks. That
fence in the
sucks for
neighborhood is
everybody.
down.
That sucks for
Yeah.
everybody involved, like the people buying the house and the people selling it.
Yeah, now they got to start over.
Yeah, they got to start over trying to fix the house, and now the people that are trying to buy it is like, well, do we wait for the fucking house to get fixed, or do we just go find something else? Yeah.
Well, I meant the people buying it have to start over.
Oh,
People
yeah.
selling it, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Guess wait for insurance. I don't know.
Tough.
I've seen literally, well, not that I'm out there watching it like a hawk, but I haven't seen anybody out there. They haven't tried to put like any plastic covers over it. Nothing. It's just sitting there totally exposed for a week now.
Oh no.
But yeah. Everybody else, though, there was a few, small sections of roofing and siding and stuff that people lost. Damn near every fucking fence in the neighborhood fell down. Ours, we got pretty lucky. Our roof is only a year old, so it held like a champ.
Yeah.
I technically would have had almost no damage. Except 2 houses down, their trampoline barreled through my fence.
Yeah.
So I lost like a 10-foot section of fence. I spent about $80 and repaired it myself. Just kind of rigged it up.
Yeah.
And
Say,
I had a whole goddamn trampoline out to the front.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, for anybody that's obviously, I don't think anybody's seen your house, but like the way your house is laid out from the way I remember it, it's like the living room is like the front of the house, and there's just big windows like spanning pretty much the whole living room.
It's like a 6-foot by 5-foot window.
Yeah. Like, yeah, at least the trampoline went through the fence and not that fucking window, man.
Yeah. Otherwise, though, I lost the siding on the front gable for like the 4th time in 2 years. That was both like comical and annoying and thankful at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like, granted, at least this time was the only good excuse it had. Every other time that gable's sidings come off, it's been like
no fucking
kind
reason.
of high winds. There's like a few branches. And whew, there goes my gable again. Damn it, Jim.
We had some.
That's what prompted me to get the roof replaced. Was only because the gable came off again last year.
Yeah.
I had him come out there to inspect it, and he's like, honestly, your roof's kind of fucked up. Yeah, next thing you know, I'm dropping $15,000.
Yeah. No bueno. Got Taco Bell.
The other news from my side, the short version is we were going to move, actually went and looked at like 10 houses, and then decided we're not going to move, and we're just going to make this house better.
Yeah.
So we're working on like relocating a bunch of furniture, getting rid of furniture, buying some new furniture. We're going to redo all new kitchen cabinetry with matching bathroom cabinetry. And then step 1 in that process was for me to completely go through the entire garage top to bottom and stop being a hoarder in there.
Yeah.
And just to clarify, because I told a buddy of mine at work about this without specifying that my garage isn't like filled left to right, top to bottom, like some kind of storage unit.
Yeah. Yeah. Like mine.
Like, my garage has my 1965 pickup truck in there that I'm working on, and then the other spot is empty, minus like a sandblaster and a shop fan. So the entire spot where you park 2 cars, I could still park 2 cars in there if I needed to.
Yeah.
All I'd have to do is like move the sandblaster out of the way. Now, The walls, though, were jam-packed.
Right.
Left to right, top to bottom.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing
All
the
shelving
garage.
units.
Yeah.
The problem is I keep everything in that garage, man. One little piece of pipe. I'm like, well, you never know. Let me just put that over here on the shelf.
The moment you throw it
Little-
away, a week later, you're gonna fucking need it, man. It happens every damn time, dude. Every time.
Some of it was silly, and I was even both like a sad and funny moments as I was cleaning it out. When I moved in, there was one, your standard generic metal garage shelf in there when I moved in. And it had the 2 Dish Network boxes on it with all the cables wrapped around it from the previous owner.
Right.
I assumed, oh shit, he must have forgot about that. I'll leave it there for him. That was 2017. I just now took it off the shelf in 2024. So 7 years later, I'm like, you know what? I don't think he's coming back.
Yeah. I don't think he wants this anymore. I want to just take a shot in the dark.
Yeah. So it's things like that, like hanging on to shit that's not even mine. So I think I got rid of like 3 large, black yard trash bags full of stuff out of the garage.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably got about the entire back of the pickup truck filled with things to put in the garage sale this summer.
Awesome.
I'm actually what I've been doing the last like 4 days in a row.
Yeah, I'm working
purging the garage.
I'm working a real similar project. The week before last's podcast, I missed it because I was going out getting some shelves to put in my garage to start organizing it, because mine is covered top to bottom, left to right, pretty much, and just stuff. And so I was like, what I really need to do is I just need to buy a bunch of shelves, get this stuff out of these like destroyed boxes that are like half full. It's taking up way too much fucking space, get them on shelves or in better containers. I went out and I bought like 15 of like the heavy duty plastic, like interlocking, folding and stacking containers to like just stuff with stuff and put on shelves. So it's like, yeah, that's the project that I've been working on, is organizing our garage too. It's been interesting, because most of it's just from my mom's apartment, when I just had to pack everything away when she passed away and get it out of there, because I was on leave, number one. I didn't have time, I didn't have like a week to go through everything. I had like a couple of days. So I had to pack up her entire 2-bedroom apartment in a couple of days and ship it all the way back to Houston and throw it in a storage unit so that I could go back to fucking Florida or Washington.
Good. Yeah. To chime in with Forrest there. That's also what I've been doing, is simultaneously working on the truck.
Yeah. He also wanted to ask
really...
he also asked if he needed help with demo when you're still doing renovations.
Oh, I thought he was talking about the house, the roofs across the street. Like demoing the house down. Because I almost wonder if it is going to be salvageable. Like the amount of cost it's going to take to repair that house.
Yeah, after
versus just
being exposed for so long.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was talking about when I read that. Go help tear it down. Yeah, I've been hitting the truck hard too. So I've been hitting the house, or hitting the garage and the truck hard, all for the last, and the fence and all that shit. So it's like between last Tuesday and now, I've been like working my ass off every single day. I'm slowly catching up to my old ass. But the garage is done. The truck is almost done. Ordered a whole new master cylinder and some front brake lines because it's just getting zero pressure. So I finally finished all the brakes for those keeping up with the truck.
Yeah, I definitely am.
And if you're interested in keeping up, you can always go to my Facebook. I have a whole album dedicated to the truck in the order in which that I've been repairing and restoring it.
Nope.
But I did all 4 brakes, all new springs and clips and holders and pads and wheel cylinders. And then did new rear brake lines on the rear. But then when I went to bleed them, it gravity fed all the way to all 4 wheels, but just had no pressure at all. Ordered a new master cylinder, and since I was at it, I was like, I might as well just replace the front brake lines too.
Yeah,
and
might
just
as
have
well.
a completely new brake system. That's the only thing keeping me from being able to take it for the first test drive. Like, I finally got it running back in December. Haven't been able to go on a single drive.
So you won't be able to stop it.
Yeah, I mean, I could still go for a drive, and wouldn't be safe.
Just have Grace run behind you with chalks. You know.
I mean, it's not like I have to go around 30 miles an hour. I could literally just sputter around the block if I wanted to. No sense in being unsafe. Might as well just wait.
Yeah. It's a risk not
Yeah.
worth taking.
It's been a fun ordeal. And then I did the rear differential this week. Took that off, drained it, sandblasted the cover, put it back on there with a new gasket.
Yeah,
It's all pretty.
Yeah. I know you were pissed off
And
about the gasket. Couldn't find one and you had to wait. You gotten all prepped to change it out and couldn't get one.
I didn't tell you the further follow-up funny story to that.
Oh.
So, I had ordered the wrong one, apparently. Like, fucking half the things I ordered for that truck. So I brought it to AutoZone. And just, like, here. I came there with the fucking diff cover. Like, I need a gasket. Let's go.
Yeah.
And he looks it up and it was like, only special order. And it wasn't going to be here till like Monday. And this was like on a Thursday. I'm like, what the shit? Well, then, like, the next morning, I decided to just look it up again. I looked it up on my phone right there in front of him. Couldn't find it anywhere else any faster. I was like, fuck, you're right. All right, fuck me. Guess I'm waiting 4 more days. Well, the next morning, I did a little bit more research and actually found it. It just doesn't show up for that year, make, and model. It shows up for like the next year. Like, I swear this truck is like a hodgepodge of like 63 through 66, half GMC, half Chevy, half whatever great grandpa could find in somebody's yard. Like, I don't know.
It probably is, dude.
But found the right one, and it was actually in stock. It said online. So I called him, and I was like, hey, with this part number. And he's like, oh, we'll have to order it, but it'll be here by 1 o'clock. Just coming from like the next town over.
Right.
I'm like, all right, that's fine. I'm not going to need it till after I get off work anyway. So I told him, I was like, all right, cancel the one I ordered last night and get that one on the way. I go there after work to pick it up, and it's a different guy, obviously, because it's 8 hours later.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, no, I don't see anything here for you. Did they say it was going to be here? I'm like, yeah. He looks up my name for orders, and he only sees one order. And he's like, no, it hasn't even like left yet. And I'm like, well, which one is it? And so he pulls it up, and it's the same one I ordered the night before. Like, the dude never canceled it and never ordered the new one. It's like,
Wow.
you gotta be kidding me.
Wow.
But then he looked up the one I wanted, and he's like, well, it says it's in stock. And I'm like, yeah, I told the guy this morning that, but he said no. The guy goes back there and finds it on the shelf and gives it to me. So the one I needed was in stock there the whole time. It's just this truck's impossible to look stuff up for.
Let me ask you, where'd
So
you
I
go?
coulda had the
What parts store?
I told you, AutoZone. Well, I normally don't. I'd prefer O'Reilly's.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But AutoZone is 2 blocks away from my house. O'Reilly's is across town.
Yeah.
So, like I said, AutoZone's my last pick. But it's 2 blocks away, so makes it easier for warranties and whatnot. Timing chain had hand stuff?
No, I had to stop. You got to get some feeler. Dude,
Oh, had to stop.
Feeler gauges.
Jesus.
the feeler gauges, that's something that's an invaluable tool to have.
Yeah,
You'll
that's one of the.
that's one of those tools you have to have, especially if you're doing any kind of engine work.
It's also one of those tools as a mechanic that you only use like a handful of times.
Hey man, listen, the engine guy at my dealership used them every day.
Well, yeah, that's an engine guy.
Yeah,
I'm talking about
that's what I said.
As a standard mechanic.
That's what I said. If you're working on engines, that's a tool you have to have.
Only if you're getting deep into the engine, but yeah. I'm just saying. I mean, granted, I wasn't that kind of mechanic for that long, but like, and you don't need them as often on military vehicles.
Yeah, because y'all go by Russian torque spec, Udentite,
Yeah.
or no, German, and then the Russian is even tighter.
Well, that's nothing to do with feeler gauges. No, the main thing about the army was just eyeballing shit. just like doing an alignment.
Yeah.
Just one guy standing in front, like a little bit more to the left. All right, drive forward 2 feet. All right, yeah, that looks about right.
You know, all my time as a mechanic, that was the one thing that I never actually did. I never did an alignment. I didn't have to do a single one.
I never did them on civilian mechanic because I never learned how. I watched them and helped do alignments, but I never got to learn.
Oh, I perfectly knew
there.
how. Just never had to.
But otherwise, though, so I've also, one more personal note about me. I've been trying to be more, trying to lose weight, but not like hardcore going on a diet, working out, and all that shit.
Right.
I'm just trying to make a little bit smarter choices and stay more active, basically. And part of that's been working on the truck more, working in the garage, working in the yard, just do something physically active. And then if I don't have anything to do that day, and then we bought a new Bowflex like 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have the Bowflex here in the office. So it's like if I don't have something physically active to do, then I'll use the Bowflex.
Yeah.
So far, I've only used the Bowflex like once because I've just been busy as shit.
Yeah.
But just in the last like 10 days, I've lost 8 pounds by just being more active.
That's awesome.
But for those that don't know, I weigh 350 pounds. So 8 pounds off of me is like half a pound for your average person.
Yeah.
Like, especially because I probably have a ton of water weight and excess, easy fat to burn off. Like, shit.
No.
I could shed 30 fucking pounds and wouldn't even look any different.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I noticed a lot of difference doing like that intermittent fasting thing.
Yep, I like to eat too much.
Well, what I found,
my biggest thing is just changing what I eat.
well, what I found to be interesting was like, I thought the same thing. It's like, that fasting, I found that the longer I did it, the easier it got.
Well, yeah, I'm sure I started and stuck with it. Yeah, you can always train yourself to do anything.
You just need to not be weak.
No, I actually just changed a few dieting choices. So, like, one, I went back, ordered a case of the country meat sticks we used to sell. So that's going to be my snack instead of eating things like chips and pretzels and shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to order.
Instead of eating so many, yeah. I mean, granted, there's still a few carbs of sugar in some of them, depending on which ones you get. But
they're definitely better than
it's. Yeah, I mean, it's way better having
crack.
3 carbs worth of meat sticks versus half a bag of pretzels.
Yeah.
So, because that's like me. You're talking about being weak. I am kind of weak in the fact that like I just like to eat and I like to snack.
Mm-hmm.
And, I get enjoyment out of it. Like a fat ass would say. But
Listen, man, I'll tell you what I've done to like help my snacking problem. Sunflower seeds, dude.
yeah, I've done things like that. Like I do pistachios. Same kind of concept, just eating more protein instead of carbs. My problem with sunflower seeds is I can only do them short bursts. What kind of same thing with pistachios? Like once I eat like 2 bags of pistachios, I don't want pistachios again for the next 2 months.
Oh, I could eat sunflower seeds nonstop for hours. Like, man.
But yeah, I just figure I'll alternate between like pistachios, sunflower seeds, the meat sticks. Just keep with these low carb snacks.
Yeah,
So I can
popcorn.
keep my
Popcorn's a good one
snapping
too.
habit. Kind
Popcorn's a good one.
of. Yeah, but corn is a carb.
And popcorn is mostly air, dude.
Yeah.
There's really
I don't know how much
nothing in
you're
it.
eating, but yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Other than rambling on while you're eating, repairing, garage work, truck work, trying to stay active, mass printing.
Mhm.
As you can see, the little stack of filaments getting shorter and shorter.
Yeah. That was one of the first things I noticed. I was like, man, you couldn't even see the table back there. Now look, it's almost empty.
I leveled them out. There's still 9 rolls of filament there, and like 2 whole ones on the printer right now. So I still have like 10 rolls of filament, but
Yeah.
I burned through about 6 of them in the last 30 days.
News for me.
Churning and burning.
News for me. Well, I have solar panels on my house now, which is exciting. It was a process that I'd been considering for a while. I had been pitched by a couple of companies, wanting to do it. None of them really answered my questions or made me feel comfortable with the whole process. But this company that we went with did. They made it. They explained it really, really well. They answered all of my questions directly and like to the point, and like, make sure that everything was, understood and everything was laid out on the table, full transparency on the whole deal, which, made us feel really comfortable about the whole thing. And they threw a really good deal on us that it was difficult to say no to. They were like, we're doing a promo right now where you sign up, we're giving a free portable generator, and we're also installing the hookup for it to your house for free. It's like, oh man. And this generator, it's not like a cheap ass generator. It's a big ass portable generator. It can do propane or gasoline to run. It can run I can run like up to 5 appliances in my house on it. Like I could run my fridge, I could run the fucking microwave, I could run any freezer that I have. Like it's a big boy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm stoked about it. The panels got installed last week. We haven't flipped the switch to start using it yet, because the city still has to come out and like inspect the installation and everything like that. But once all that's done, then we'll be completely solar. Look at that.
Well, I don't know about completely, but
Well, we should be completely solar, with the exception of like maybe 2 months out of the year where we'll have to pull from the grid, but we'll be overproducing so much throughout the rest of the year that we still won't have to pay anything.
so I just can't imagine summer in Houston working solely off of solar power.
Yeah.
That's good. We've never really put a lot of thought into it. There's a couple houses in the neighborhood that do it, and every now and then there's somebody that like knocks on the door to talk about it, but I look at it like I would only want to do that on like the home we're going to live in forever, which now this might be it.
Yeah.
But it's also because like I almost feel like we got scammed, but like when we got new windows on this house, it was kind of the same ordeal. Somebody came and talked to us and laid out such a good deal that just sounded too good to pass up that we're like, you know what, fuck it. Like, I'm not gonna price around, I'm not gonna do any research, like, your deal sounds amazing, let's go for it.
Yeah.
And like been almost regretting it ever since.
Well, in my defense, I did shop around. They were the third
I
people that we
I
talked
had
to
no
about it.
intentions of getting windows at all. Like this, it was literally like door-to-door sales. Like, hey, you want to
Yeah.
talk about your windows? And I'm like, sure, why not? And then got roped into it like in that same evening, and I was like, I guess it was because like it almost reminds me of like the solar panel thing where they answered every question I could possibly have,
Yeah.
and it all sounded perfect. They're like, because it's like the argon gas windows, lifetime warranty. They're the best fucking windows you can buy, basically, if you do
Yeah.
your research.
Yeah.
It's renewable by Anderson, which is just nationwide.
Right.
I mean, they are the Lamborghini of windows, but they sold it to me like it's so freaking amazing that like your electric bill is gonna be cut in half, kind of shit.
That's always bullshit.
Yeah, and it literally did nothing. And then it was kind of the same concept when we got our air conditioner replaced. I went and like got one that was like more efficient and everything. It's supposed to help reduce the electric cost. Nothing.
Well, your issue probably isn't that. Your issue is probably with that insulation on the house itself.
Which I've gotten that done too.
Oh, really?
One of the things when we first moved in was Oklahoma does like a free weatherization where they come and actually put like a vacuum on your house.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And,
Texas
like,
does that too.
Yeah, so we got that done like shortly after we first moved in. So like our house has been like recently weatherized. They added like 10 inches of insulation in the attic.
Mm-hmm.
We got these brand new argon gas windows.
What about
a
the insulation in
brand
your
new
walls?
HVAC system. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever came with the house.
Yeah, see, that's what probably needs to be
Well,
up.
well, I'm saying it. Our house retains heat and cold very well. I just don't see the difference on the bill.
Mm.
Like, I'm frequently amazed at like how little our heating and air has to run. Like it'll maintain a solid temperature for a long time.
Yeah.
But it's just I just expected to have this like fraction of a bill, and it's like it's exactly the same. Like I have not paid anything less than when I first moved in.
Well, I was initially kind of like expecting the same thing, but after talking to this like third company that we finally went with, they made me realize that like, no, I'm not necessarily going to get it for, I'm not going to necessarily get my electricity for cheaper, you know, but what I will get is instead of my electric bill going up by 6 to 7% every year, which is pretty much guaranteed, it'll only go up by like maybe 1 or 2%. So in the long run, I'm going to be saving a lot of money.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like maybe that's what part of makes it hard to see, you know, which is why like I started putting together like a spreadsheet to like monitor how much it goes up.
Yeah.
It's like, it's almost hard to tell whether we've actually saved any money because every year
It goes up.
electricity and water goes up. So it's like, I can't even tell if I'm saving money because it's been rapidly increasing so much in the last 10 years that I wouldn't even know. But it's funny because like I get these letters from Oklahoma because those that aren't aware, Oklahoma only has like one power company. It's not like Houston where we have like 15 to choose from.
Mm-hmm.
So we only have one. I don't get options. But,
Well, apparently Texas is like unique in that sense. Like not a lot of states do that. Like most states have like 1, 2 to choose from.
Yeah.
Texas has like whatever you want. Like,
well, I think it's because they're basically just reselling it. I think it's all coming from the same.
it's all
couple
coming from
places.
Centerpoint.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying like it's coming from one big parent company, and then just it's almost like AT&T selling their internet lines back in the day. Yeah.
Well, it's like what T-Mobile does.
Yeah. Sells their airwaves.
Yeah.
But anyway, they send out these monthly reports and stuff that show you like your usage versus the average in your area or so it's you now versus you this time this month last year,
Mm-hmm.
and then you versus the average in the area. And it's like, man, like I'd love to see who the hell these average people are. Like you must be talking about some 1,000 square foot house with a single adult living in it or something. Like I don't know what y'all are looking
Yeah.
at. But Jesus. Or, yeah, the average where you have, some big house, you know, chowing down power and then a bunch of abandoned houses or something. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. It doesn't make any sense where I'm like, everything in my house is energy efficient. Light bulbs, every appliance I have is energy efficient. I have the high energy efficiency HVAC system. I got argon glass windows.
Yeah.
We never like leave anything running other than my computer. Like,
Yeah.
we do laundry once a week. I mean, we're about as energy efficient as you can get.
It's just not enough.
I'm way above the average. I'm like, where the hell is your average coming from? Like, Jesus, man.
Yeah.
I'm doing everything I can to keep it down. It's just telling you, adulting's hard sometimes. Trying to understand all this stuff.
Yeah.
40 years old, I still feel like I'm a 20-year-old trying to figure out my bills.
But yeah,
But,
solar panels. But on to our topic. Hell, we want to gotten the whole damn
Yeah.
podcast, you know?
I'll say,
We got 30
we might
minutes.
so we might just continue catching up.
Yeah, you know what? Screw it. Let's do it. Let's keep catching up. We've missed 2 weeks. I think the people deserve it.
We'll have a little bit of gaming news. So
Yeah, gaming news.
more news on us, so me and the wife and Adam, if he's still watching. We're going to be jumping into the Mr. Pandera remix that comes out tomorrow. It's another specialty version of Warcraft.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically, it's almost like WoW Classic, but just for Mr. Pandera.
Okay.
And it's like a fast-paced version of the game. So there's not going to be any auction house
Okay.
or any professions.
Okay.
And leveling is like 300% XP. So you get to level super fast. You're leveling from 1 to max level all in Mista Pandera, and that's it. But you're gonna be able to go and redo the raids and shit like normal.
Okay.
You're redoing the content, but in a much more restricted way.
Yeah, I remember.
Faster, more restricted way.
I remember some of those
And then
raids.
all your and apparently like all your gear and stuff that you would normally like get and sell and quest rewards and stuff, you're gonna get these tokens to go spend at a vendor that's gonna have a lot of transmog and mounts and whatnot. And then the character at the end of the, once Mista Pandera remix is over, that all that stuff you earned will get brought into retail.
Oh, that's cool. So you can get like the legacy mounts and stuff like that.
And some exclusive mounts that are only for the remix.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
So there's a lot of exclusive shit to go get, and you get to relive, the
Mop.
Mista Pandera. And that should last long enough for the next retail expansion to come out. So
Yeah.
me and the wife are basically talking about trying to get back into Warcraft, and we're going to get back into it by joining the Mista Pandera remix and then try and come back for the next retail expansion now that they have one of the original Blizzard developers back in the seat.
Yeah.
So really hoping that the upcoming content will be better and more balanced.
Manageable. Yeah, balanced, manageable.
My problem is just finding something that's casual player friendly.
Yeah.
The hardest part for me.
Well, because you want something that's casual player friendly, but you don't want to play casually. Your
Yes and
definition
no.
of casual is really not casual.
Well, it ends up being because I end up just raid logging because nothing else sounds entertaining.
No.
I'll literally just log on raid day, do the raid, and log off immediately after the raid.
Yeah, it's because the entire time up to raid, you weren't casual.
Well, yeah. That's because I play Warcraft for raiding.
Yeah, yeah.
But the reason being is, like, it used to be, that's what alts were for. You'd create alts. You'd raid with those alts and gear up those alts and stuff. But the way they've designed in-game content, I guess.
Oh yeah, it's just like a full-time job. There's like so many different systems you have to do every week and every day to keep competitive.
Well,
if you get behind,
it's
just yeah.
You have to farm multiple mythic dungeons, and they have to be high level a week. Which, in my opinion, no matter what role you're playing, DPS, healer, or tank,
takes forever.
Well, no. They're timed. They literally don't take forever. They're timed. The problem is it's not relaxing or casual. It's a really fast-paced, hardcore, go, don't make a single fucking mistake.
Yeah.
Pressure run.
Yeah.
And when I play games, I want to relax for most of the time. Like, that's my whole point, is to play games and unwind.
Yeah.
Not to get more stressed out doing these mythic dungeons. Not to say that, I've done them all. Fuck, I was clearing mythic 20s, every single one of them.
Yeah.
I've done it as a tank, healer, and DPS. Like, I've done it all. It's not like I can't do it or it's too hard. I need to get good, scrub.
Yeah.
And I can do it.
Just I don't want to.
Yeah, it's just not as relaxing as, just doing a normal dungeon and doing a normal raid.
Yeah.
But the problem is you have to do those. If you want to stay competitive with the rest of your raid team, you have to go do those high-end heroic.
Or you're just going to get left behind.
Well, left behind, or you're going to get kicked off the team.
Yeah. Well, that's what I meant.
And then you're stuck with your alternative. Well, the alternative is to find a not so hardcore raid team. Well, then you're just stuck with a bunch of filthy casuals that aren't doing anything.
Yeah.
It's such a weird place that they have raiding, in my opinion, where it has to be this like dedicated job of doing these mythics every week on top of your raid.
Yeah.
Or you might as well be raid logging and be on a casual raid team.
Yeah.
That seems like the only two options at the moment. It's either be fucking hardcore or raid log, because there's no point in doing anything else.
Yeah. I don't know. WoW just doesn't, it doesn't scratch that itch for me right now. Honestly, I'll be honest with you. What I've been playing a lot recently is I've been playing a lot of Genshin Impact. It's a lot of fun. It's like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, just kind of, but anime. I don't know. It's weird. There's a lot of like, it's kind of grindy, but the systems are well built and well thought out. I think it's free to play, and the free to play system I think is really, really good. It has a very, very big, but it is pay to win. It very much so can be pay to win. But the nice thing about it, and what I respect about it, is you can get anything that you can pay with money, you can get just by playing the game. And it's really not all that difficult either. So even if you do pay to win, a free to play person, it really wouldn't take a whole lot to keep up. Unless somebody's dropping thousands and thousands of dollars, in which case nobody can keep up. Which there are people like that in this game where, they have what they call whales, where it's just like, that this person has dropped, 10 grand into this account, it's just a lot of
every
fun.
Time I think of pay to win, I think of cross out when it comes to things like that.
Yeah, dude.
Like, Crossout was exactly like that, except it's, PvP.
Yeah.
And it sucked because, the people that dropped like a couple $1,000 are just untouchable gods that you're never going to do anything to.
Well, the cool thing with the way that this game works is the core thing about the game is the characters themselves. And this game has it's referred to as what's called a quote unquote gotcha game. But there's like 50 or 60 like characters in this game, right? And in order to get these characters, you have to spend either this in-game currency or you can pay for this in-game currency to get the little item to allow you to get a chance to get this character, right? And so every couple of months, there's like an event for like 2 characters, right? So, and you have to it's basically like a chance, like pulling like Pokemon cards out of a pack, right? But it has like a built-in mercy system. So if you like roll on this character 90 times, it gives you a 100% chance on the 5-star character, but it's a 50-50 chance on the event character or another 5-star character that's not in the event. So it's like, if you want the event character and you want to completely max it out, you have to roll it like 6 times, and to guarantee the roll, you have a 50-50 shot after 90 rolls. So it's like you have to put almost $300 to like max out the character every event. So pay to win is really unrealistic, but it can be done.
Well, but what are you winning then at that point?
You're getting a character that has abilities that will fit in with your team. And, you know, again, if you get duplicates, well, the way the duplicates work is if you roll that character again, you get to upgrade that character with like a special like upgrade to one of its abilities.
Well, I mean, does like this game have like dungeons or PvP?
Yeah,
or
there's no
raids or
PvP. There's no PvP, but there are dungeons. There's like world bosses. There's like a ladder system where like you go through and like you defeat this room, you move on to the next room, you beat this floor that has like 3 rooms, you go to the next floor with more difficult, and then next floor, and then, you know, ascending rewards. And some people, like, the goal is to max that out, and it resets every month. So you want to go and try and max that out every month and get to the top of the ladder. And there's events that happen every couple of weeks. You know, it's like they put a lot of work into it, and all the events have been really, really interesting and fun and engaging. Like, it's really well put together game. I've been really enjoying it.
So I guess for me, I mean, it's still pay to win, but to me, pay to win only matters when it's PvP.
Yeah, I agree. Which is why, which is why I like it so much, because pay to win, it's pay to win, but it really doesn't get you anything because you can't get characters faster than somebody else. You may be able to get your character upgraded faster than someone else because you put more money into it. But if I like right now, what I'm doing is I'm saving up all of my in-game currency for my rolls for when the character that I want comes to the event, so that I can just off rip do 90 rolls and just get the character that I want. So, it's just, it's well thought out, I think.
I tried to get back into Warframe with Adam, which I guess we haven't officially quit.
Yeah.
But it's just with Adam's play schedule. Well, he works on the weekends, so like my prime time to play, he's working. His prime time to play, I'm sleeping or working.
Yeah.
So to try and play an MMO like that together that requires more time,
yeah, it's rough.
it just doesn't really work out.
Yeah.
And then Lars, in my typical gaming problem, I only want to play with somebody.
Yeah.
So I was playing for a little bit, like every day, and then it was just kind of like, man, like I want to like progress through the storyline, but I want to do it with Adam.
Yeah.
Our playtime overlap is like an hour a week.
Yeah.
So it isn't working out, but we haven't officially quit. So
yeah. That makes me think. It makes me think because I'm thinking about going back to Genshin for a second. One of the events that's on right now, it's like a combination of like Prop Hunt and Dead by Daylight. So like you have like one person who's like a seeker, and then you have 3 other people who are what they call rebels. And there's like these things dotted across the map that you have to try and repair. But you can like turn into like little items to like hide and blend in. It's pretty cool. It's like, oh, this is like Dead by Daylight and Prop Hunt had a baby. This is so much fun.
It's funny that you mentioned those two together. It would be really cool if more games came out with like Prop Hunt mode.
Yeah.
Could you imagine a Dead by Daylight Prop Hunt mode?
It'd be so. Well, Call of Duty has a Prop Hunt mode.
I know. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that's where it came from, isn't it?
Yeah, it might be. Either
I
no,
don't
no,
know
no, no.
the
Prop
origin.
Hunt,
That's
Prop
the
Hunt
first
came
place
from
I've
Prop
seen.
Hunt. Prop Hunt came from a program called Gmod.
You
It
talking
was like
Gary's mod?
yeah, Gary's mod. That's right.
Oh, it's been on Call of Duty before Gary's mod came
No
out.
shot. No shot.
Let's see. Where did...
While he's looking that up, chat, I will inform you on some more gaming news just real quick. Tomorrow, really exciting. Ghost of Tsushima releases on Steam for PC, which has been a PlayStation 5 exclusive. I'm super stoked for that. I'm going to pick it up as soon as I can because I'm really waiting to play that game.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of both. I almost said Counter-Strike because a lot of things originated from Counter-Strike.
They're like Half-Life.
And it's kind of both. You read one article and it says Prop Hunt is a game mode that originated in 2012 in Gary's mod.
Mm-hmm.
But then another article says Prop Hunt was created in 2012 to be a hide and seek type game mode originally developed for Counter-Strike and was ported over to Gary's mod.
That sounds right because Gary's mod was like Roblox back in the day. It was like it was just a program where you could like create your own little games.
So, but there's more to it. I don't know. I have to dig into it.
Interesting.
Because
yeah.
like Team Fortress 2 apparently had a prop hunt mode in 2009.
Interesting.
Who knows where it originally originated, but yeah.
Prop
It
Hunt
looks
is
like
it is a fun game mode though. If you've never played Prop Hunt, chat, I definitely find something that you can play Prop Hunt on. It's a lot of fun. But other gaming news, I think there are sources saying that they have figured out the timeline for the new Star Wars Outlaws game, which is
You mean
pretty
like
cool.
the release date?
No, not release
Or
date, but
where
like
it fits in the universe.
yeah, where it fits in the universe, the chronological timeline of it. And what the sources are saying is that it takes place between Empire Strikes Back and A New Hope, which is pretty interesting. I mean, it kind of makes sense because it's a bounty hunter type game, and like that was like the time for bounty hunters. You know, that was like their glory days.
Yeah, because it was a lot of the not Mandalorians, but
The Hutts.
No, I was thinking of like Boba Fett. Like he wasn't a Mandalorian, was he?
No, he was not a Mandalorian.
He was something.
He was a bounty hunter.
Well, yeah, but the bounty hunter's like your profession. So like, where did he come from? Like,
Oh, he's the son of Jango Fett, who was the master for the clone army. He was like the template for the clones.
yeah. Well, yeah. I just didn't know if he was like Mandalorian. I thought he came from like a race of bounty hunters. Is what I'm saying.
No. His father was Jango Fett, who was also a bounty hunter, who was like the template for the clone army. When Jango took that agreement, he requested that they give him a clone that was completely unedited, and that was claimed as his son Boba. He got his armor from a Mandalorian.
Yeah, because it looks a lot like
It
Mandalorian armor.
yeah, it is a Mandalorian. It's funny because I just finished watching season 2 of The Mandalorian, and they talk about that.
I need to watch season 2.
Man, so
I am
good.
looking forward to Outlaws, which is coming out in August.
Yeah.
Dune, unfortunately, is still
Yeah, to be determined.
potentially coming out end of year, but more likely going to be 2025.
Yeah,
And then the other Star Wars game, fucking still like nothing.
I think it may have gotten canned because I know they canned a
it's
couple of
still out there.
projects.
I just looked like last week. It's still out there.
Yeah.
There's just no date at all yet. But I just
What
remember when we
else?
first looked at that back in like November, it was talking about 2024. It was on the list of like 2024 releases. And
Yeah.
then I checked a couple weeks ago and it's like more than likely, I want to say they did have a date, and it was something like 2027 or something. Like, didn't I message it to you? Maybe it was Adam or something.
It may have been. I know I signed up for any kind of early access beta testing that they do, so I hope I get an email for that, because I've seen snippets of gameplay. It looks pretty cool.
I looked up all three. Who's the Adam or another person? Oh, here it is. Yeah, so Dune Awakening is maybe in the order. Star Wars was just to be announced, and Outlaws is in August 30th, actually.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still out there. I mean, there's just nothing except that one kind of weird teaser trailer, like for Star Wars Eclipse.
Yeah.
So like, doesn't even really tell you what the game's gonna be about or anything.
Yeah. In other Star Wars news, I'm doing my first playthrough of Jedi Survivor, because that just came out on Game Pass. So I've been able to play that.
Is that the same time as the other?
Yeah, it's Fallen Order. Yeah, Fallen Order. Yeah, it's the second game in the series, but they've expanded on it a little bit from what I've seen. It's still, kind of same. But they've changed it enough to keep it interesting, I think. So far, I'm enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. I found I've been in a Star Wars mood recently because we did this Revenge of the Fifth or May the 4th be with you and Revenge of the 5th kind of thing at the house. And then I found recently after that, I was like, I want to keep watching some Star Wars stuff. So I finished Mandalorian. And then I found a TikTok that goes through the entire Skywalker era in chronological order, including the cartoons and video games. And so I've instituted Star Wars Sundays at our house so that every Sunday we're going to take a couple of hours and either watch a movie or a couple of episodes of a TV show in chronological order of the entire Skywalker era. And when it comes to the games, we'll sit on the couch, we'll go through and play the games together. It's going to be fun. I'm excited. The list is extremely long.
Yeah, I bet.
Because it includes like Tales of the Empire, Tales of the Jedi, the Clone Wars, Bad Batch, Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, Obi-Wan. Like, it includes all of it in order.
It's one of the things on my list of us as a family watch TV shows together. And here pretty soon we're gonna switch to catching up on movies and like movie series.
Mm-hmm.
Because the next show we want to watch is Game of Thrones, but we want to wait till Grace is a little older.
Yeah.
So we're gonna spend we're almost done with Heroes. We're in the last season, and I think we're gonna watch Dollhouse.
Mm-hmm.
But that one's really short. It's only like 2 seasons. So sometime this summer we're gonna start on the movie kick.
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking forward to like going back and rewatching all the Star Wars movies, and maybe at that time we might watch all the Star Wars movies and kind of like you have a Star Wars kick. We might transition back to TV shows and watch season 1 and 2 of Mandalorian.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch
Obi-Wan.
I've been really wanting to watch season 3 of Mandalorian, but I'm gonna stop myself because I was told that I should watch the Book of Boba Fett before I watch season 3 because it takes place in between season 2 and season 3 and kind of wraps up a lot of stuff for season 3 to start. So it's like, shit.
I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. Like, now it sounds like I got about 5 other seasons of TV shows.
Yeah, if you wanna do it right, you finish season 2 of Mando, then watch the Book of Boba Fett, and then go back and watch season 3 of Mando.
Well, and then also Obi-Wan.
Well, yeah, if you haven't seen Obi-Wan, you should watch that right now. Like, Obi-Wan is incredible. I've heard really, really good things about Ahsoka too. I'm excited to start that.
About what?
Ahsoka.
Oh, is that the other like Twilight Jedi one or something?
Yeah, the Twi'lek. Yeah, Anakin's Padawan, one and only Padawan.
I'm not so much to the Star Wars universe, man.
I love it though, man. I love it. I gotta say, I have to give that up to you a little bit, because if it weren't for you talking about it, I don't think I ever really would have played the MMO. And I learned so much about the lore playing that MMO. Like, because I wanted to learn about the lore of the MMO, and in doing that, I learned more about the lore of Star Wars as a whole. And so it just like it made me like more of a fan.
Yeah, the problem is
the game's not sustainable.
Well, no, I mean with lore, the Star Wars universe is so damn big. Like, I feel it's daunting if you actually wanted to try and learn it all.
Oh well, yeah, because like even the Skywalker era, right, is daunting, and that's just like all the stuff that you see on TV and in movies. That's just the Skywalker era. That doesn't talk about anything before or after. Yeah, like I mean, there's so much stuff that happens before Skywalker. Like, it's yeah. If you're a Star Wars fan and you don't know the deeper lore, like before, like Anakin and Vader, like it's definitely worth diving into. It explains a lot of stuff for the last three movies, the newest 3 movies with Emperor Palpatine returning. Sorry, spoilers.
So you only get hints at all the other storylines and or not universes, worlds and races and all these things of history and whatnot. And it's like, man, you'd have to commit the next couple of years of your life if you actually wanted to try and learn it all.
yeah, because there's books, there's like other games, there's just so much.
Books and graphic novels.
Yeah, the graphic novels and comic books.
Like,
yeah.
Shit.
But and then if you really want to get down and into the weeds, you can start separating what's canon and what's not.
Yeah.
That's even further into the weeds. That's even more difficult to understand than the lore itself sometimes.
Well, it kind of reminds me of like one thing I'd still like to do one day. I told the wife, I was like, what I should do is once I finish with my personal current TV show, I should go and watch this. And it's the YouTube series that goes over the entire Warcraft lore from start to finish.
Oh, dude, I can share you some really good videos. I have there's a channel that I follow.
The same channel. We're saying it's
like
one
probably
guy that does the entire thing.
Yeah, it probably is the same guy.
I've always thought about watching it.
It's like a 3-hour video, right?
No, it's way more than that.
Yeah.
Like, it's a whole series.
Oh, well, yeah, I've probably watched it because World of Warcraft lore, I'm solid on that shit. I know it.
Well, it's just Warcraft lore, but yeah.
Well, yeah, Warcraft lore.
But yeah, I mean, it's way more than 3 hours. Probably a couple 100 hours. Like, the dude goes from everything from...
You gotta tell me who he is.
Humans.
I think I know. Who you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, I assumed it's the same person until you said 3 hours. And I'm like, maybe one episode is 3 hours.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's got like one video that like talks about like from the old gods to current timeline in Warcraft in like 3 hours.
But anyway, I talked about with the wife. I was like, honestly, because I watch TV shows at night by myself, just my TV shows. And I was like, I need to just make that my nightly TV show. Just pull up YouTube on the TV and watch it there.
Novel 87, Lore of Warcraft Chronological. Yeah, 110 video playlist. Yeah, he's fantastic. Novel 87. Yeah, he knows his shit.
Say that or something?
No, I just looked it up. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I support his channel big time. Everything I know about Warcraft I learned from his channel.
Yeah, he's already subscribed to it. That's what I was trying to find.
Yeah. Everything I know about
like
Warcraft.
It's way more than 3 videos.
Yeah, no, his channel is awesome.
3 hours, I mean.
His channel is awesome. You'll enjoy that. It's really cool.
Yeah. Hell, that's more than 110. It's 110 for part 1.
Yeah. Yeah. Like his whole channel is like nothing but Warcraft lore. That's his whole channel.
Oh, there we go. There's a full collection one at the end there. 514 videos
Yeah, dude.
for the entire lore of Warcraft.
Yeah, it's
Like,
intense. But that also
God.
includes like deep lore into like individual characters too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like,
It's crazy,
crazy.
dude. It is very impressive his knowledge of Warcraft, because he doesn't fuck around. He reads the graphic novels, he reads the books, he knows everything.
Well, that's why I brought it up, because it's funny that the Warcraft universe is almost just as deep and in depth as the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, I would agree. They're very similar. But with that being said, and on that bombshell, Warcraft is Star Wars. We're gonna cut it. I hope you guys enjoyed the talk this evening. It was a nice little catch-up episode. Next week, we'll be talking about video game plot holes, and a little spoiler here: if you're a Mass Effect fan, I'm about to ruin your life. You guys know the deal. Follow us on TikTok if you want to see some really cool time lapses of that fancy little 3D printer right there behind Goat's left-hand shoulder, his right shoulder. Go to our YouTube, check out our YouTube video. If you missed any part of this episode, it will be posted on YouTube, and any of our previous episodes. If you missed those, go check them out. If you're a Twitch Prime, or if you're an Amazon Prime member, that also means you're a Twitch Prime member. It means you get a free sub here on Twitch that you can use on anyone you choose. We would appreciate it if you used it on us. It is free money for you. It is $5 a month for us. Actually, not really. It's probably more like $1, but
Yeah,
we'll take it what we can get. Other than that, I hope everyone
we
has.
get about, I don't know, $120 a year from Twitch.
Yeah, something like that. Something.
Big
It's
money.
yeah. We're doing it over here. Anyway,
That's why we need more of those free subscriptions.
that's right. If you are a veteran and you would like a free 3D print, go to our website, sign up, and we can get that for you. 10 hours of free 3D print. We do a giveaway every month. A sub gives you an entry. A donation gives you an entry for 10 hours of 3D print time. So if you want that, make sure you sub. Make sure you put in a donation to the website, and we'll get you taken care of. If you want a PC built, don't know where to start, we offer build consultations. Send us an email. Go to our website, fill out our form. We'll help you put together a build for a reasonable budget that you set. That should be able to do
an outrageous budget,
or an outrageous budget if that's what you want too. I mean, we've got a couple of builds on deck that are pretty crazy. If you want, just build me the most expensive builder computer you can. No problem. I've already got it saved.
Yeah, we should have our own personal. If we win the lottery, there would be signs.
Yep, that's
builds.
right. But we can help you price out anything. We can tell you where to get it. We are loosely partnered with a company out there in Oklahoma with Goat, who, if you want to, could help you assemble said list. But yeah, I think that's it for us tonight. Make sure you stick around and stay tuned in tomorrow for Goat's stream, where he'll probably be playing
Mr.
Ark, right?
Pandora remix.
Oh yeah, Mr. Pandora remix. That's right. If you're interested to see how that works, make sure you tune in, and I will see you next week. I hope everyone has a wonderful night.
Hang out tomorrow.
Unless I come hang out tomorrow,
or get roped into Bullshit again.
Or I do one of those fabled impromptu streams. Who knows? It may happen. It may not.
It's the whole Blue Moon type story there.
Yeah. Well, you just have to keep an eye out.
Yeah.
Well, hope everyone has a good night, and we will see you next week.